You may have noticed that the reading was probably using different language than you're accustomed to. And part of that is because it's out of the First Nations Version Bible. So, just so you can familiarize with some of the language. Well, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
There you go. Now, if you were in the Blue Christmas service, I would have accepted that one. But we're not. We're in the Christmas Eve service. I'm glad to have you all here today. I know it's a bit cold, and things this evening, unfortunately, haven't been going according to the layout the pastor had. But that's okay. We're still here. We're present with each other. We're in fellowship. And we're here for the one symbol that keeps us going. The one symbol that brings us hope. And that's Jesus. We gather in warmth and love to celebrate the miraculous birth. A momentous event that forever altered the course of history. The beautiful message of Christ's birth is not simply a narrative from long ago. It is a heartfelt invitation to immerse ourselves in the profound joy and unwavering hope Christ graciously offers all humanity. The angel's message to the shepherds rings out through the centuries. Do not be afraid, which is actually the title of our intergenerational pageant that we had. It was, do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all the people. This is the heart of Christmas, the announcement that joy has come to the world through the birth of Jesus. This joy is not reserved for the powerful or the perfect. It is for everyone. It is for the poor, the oppressed, the brokenhearted. It is for those of us who struggle and long for hope. Amid our struggles, Jesus enters, bringing peace, joy, and love. Let's look at a modern story that echoes this message of joy and hope. In the movie The Greatest Showman, P.T. Barnum, an entrepreneur in the 19th century, dreams of creating a spectacular show. Initially, his ideas are mocked by others, and he faces financial setbacks. But Barnum persists, believing in the worth and value of often overlooked and dismissed people. His show becomes a space where those who have been marginalized, those with physical deformities or backgrounds that make them different, are celebrated. As the movie unfolds, we see how love and acceptance transforms their lives. Barnum's journey is about creating a space where joy can flourish, even amid adversity. Much like Barnum's story, the birth of Christ is the ultimate celebration of God's love for all people, including each and every one of you here today, especially those who feel overlooked, outcast, or forgotten. This year, Christ Church UCC has received 11 new members, which is a high number in recent history. And like other churches across the country and across the globe, we are a good-sized church for today's standards. But part of the reason why we have grown is because Christ Church's ministry has echoed the words of God, has said that no matter who you are or where you are in life's journey, you are welcome here. It is a place of hope and belonging. It is a place where if you felt out of place somewhere else, there's a place for you here. And those of us who have been here, well, you're already in that space. Elaine, raise your hand, Elaine. Her ancestry ties to our founders. Over 132 years old. She's not 132, just FYI. Because she'd throw a shoe at me later. But her story continues for 132 years. How many churches can you go to today and hear that type of history? And she has also been instrumental in gaining some of our new members because of the hospitality. I know Megan is one who sees her as Grandma Elaine. And Mandy, who unfortunately wanted to be here, but she had to work. So I told her, well, next year we'll write you a pastor's excuse. She's like, I didn't think about that one. But you see, here is a place where everybody is welcome to that table. That table is not RSVP. It is not for the rich. It is not for the poor. It's not for the brokenhearted. It's for everybody. The angel's message of joy is for everyone: the poor, the shepherds, the marginalized, the weary. I know in my congregation, there are several of us who are weary. And that's okay too. God does not choose favorites. Jesus, the Messiah, was born in a humble manger. We probably dressed it up a lot more than it was back then. God works this way, delivering grace through unexpected individuals and remarkable circumstances. In a world where countless people feel marginalized or overlooked, Jesus' message resonates with a powerful call for inclusivity. God's love envelopes everyone like a warm embrace, reacting across the vast divides of background, beliefs, and status. In Luke 4, Jesus declares his mission to proclaim good news to the poor, freedom to prisoners, recovery of sight for the blind, and to set the oppressed free. This is the heart of the message of the gospel, bringing justice, healing, and peace to all people. Jesus' ministry was not about wealth or power, but loving and healing. Jesus didn't fly city to city on a jet. He didn't live in a mansion in the shape of a cross. His mission was not about excluding anyone, but about embracing all. In the same way, we are called to live out this message in our world today, offering good news to the poor, the oppressed, and those who feel excluded. I'm sure if I were to take a poll today, some of you would fit somewhere in there. And yet, we're all in this space together. What does living out the good news of great joy look like today? In our communities, we see that living the message of Christ means offering hope to those who feel forgotten or left out. It means creating spaces where love, acceptance, and joy can flourish. Just as Barnum created a space where the marginalized were given value. Reflect on that. What is at the core of most people's hope is they want to be affirmed and valued. They want to be seen. It's about reaching out to people in our lives who are struggling, offering a listening ear, a helping hand, or simply a word of encouragement. Living the good news of Christ also means standing up for justice. When we speak out against injustice, racism, poverty, or discrimination, we live the love Jesus preached. We proclaim freedom and hope to those who feel oppressed. Just as Jesus healed the sick and cared for the marginalized, we are called to do the same. This Christmas, let us remember that the joy of Christ's birth is for all people. It is a joy that transcends our differences. This joy calls us to share love and hope with everyone, regardless of their background, beliefs, or circumstances. The good news of Jesus is not a story from long ago. It is a message we are called to live out daily. As we gather here tonight, may the joy of Christ's birth fill your hearts with peace and hope. May you carry that joy in the world, offering love and grace to those around you. For as the angels declared, do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will cause great joy for everyone. This joy is for you, for me, and for everyone. May we live the good news of Christ by loving all God's children and bringing joy to the world, just as Jesus did. Merry Christmas, and may the peace and joy of Christ be with you now and always. Amen.